Last episode, our superhero duo Laura and Kazui led the team with some unreal goals, and now it's our chance to finally claim the top of the table this time out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Respected Jeff back here with Paris FC. This is a hugely exciting episode as we look to push towards the top of the league. We're going to have some player updates in the middle of the episode to overalls, so you won't want to miss that. Well-deserved upgrades and downgrades for some of the players. But with that said, let's get to the action. Alright, well, there's the dynamic duo warming up before the game. Wabi Kazri and Gaetan Laura, our attacking mid and our striker, have probably been the two best players in the division this season. Laura's leading the charts in goal scoring. I think Kazri's leading in assists, if not, he's very close. Both of them having outstanding seasons. And it's at this point in time, we just have to look at the rest of the team and make sure that they keep developing. Obviously, Kazri and Laura, they're not young. They're both players probably in their peaks or just at about it. But the rest of the team is very young. I mean, we have obviously incredibly young players like Husni, 17 years of age. Most of the back line and midfield is very young as well, so they're not necessarily as good as they're gonna get. And we're seeing some of those mistakes or just a little lack of maturity here or there that's costing this team. On paper, we could be walking the league, but I think we just have a little more ironing out to do before we really claim that first place spot and do it in definitive fashion. It's not that we're not close, though. I think we're in second by a point or two, so things are still going very well this season. I think the only point here I'm trying to make is that the best is still yet to be seen from Paris FC, and I think we are very much a team that is building for the future. And here we go, attack of our own has been end-to-end stuff so far. Wabi Kazri, chance to play in Matrita, who receives the ball and shoots it goal. Doesn't test the goalkeeper too much, does he? But the attack continues. Ilyas Husni cutting in off the post, so unlucky. Our young winger definitely has an eye for goal, just couldn't pick it out. And now we take it all the way to the second half here. Zidane makes a lovely save. He's been up and down this season. Just such an inconsistent goalkeeper. He'll make saves like that and then he'll let one in at the near post. Never really know what you're going to get, but he's still young. I do back him to become a really solid goalkeeper as well. This game has been full of chances, by the way. So many efforts, especially on our end in the second half. We really cranked up the pressure, but still nothing to show for it yet. 30 minutes left in the match, and it's all hands on deck trying to get us a goal here. Ilyas Husni using his pace in behind, and he does it successfully. What can he set up here? Still going. Husni, back post, Diakite, can't get it. Kazri blocked a second time. Matrita, a third, ball still in play. Diakite off the crossbar, and the follow-up saved by the goalkeeper. Heartbreaking stuff. That's 4 or 5 chances in the span of seconds, and we just still can't find a goal. 15 minutes left now. Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite us. Well done to win the ball back. There we have it. Wabi Kazri. Lovely ball slid through for Gaetan Laura. Was clean through on goal. Is it going to be as simple as this? Laura is through, and he scores. Well, after all the chances we created, it was as easy as that. A simple through ball to our pacey striker. And it's enough to get the job done. A goal to the good here, and we take the lead pretty late in the game. I think if the game so far has been anything to go by, that just might be enough to seal it. It's great tenacity from the team to just keep creating chances and pushing on. We've seen a lot of heart to fight back from those positions. And this time, it does, in the end, result in a win for us. 1-0, probably closer than we would have liked in a match like that, but you can see how much it means to the players. Once again, it's Kazri to Laura, the two heroes on the day, and it's enough to get the 3 big points. Alright, well, that game wasn't enough to take top of the league just yet, but we're getting there, 3 points off of first, and at this point, it's all going to come down to that head-to-head match against Lorient if things hold like this. In the meantime, I know I've been kind of critical of Zidane, but technically he is the clean sheet leader of the league right now. I gotta give fair credit to the defense as well. I think that's hugely in part to our center backs, but fair play to him. And like I said, I think the future is still bright for him if he keeps developing. Gaetan Laura remains top of the goal scoring charts, and hopefully he will keep up his goal scoring form in this next match. And without further ado, let's get to it. All right, here we go. Getting back to action. Laura with 15 goals already. I think we're just about halfway through the season now. Really, sky's the limit if he keeps scoring at this rate. Could be on track to crack 30 goals. I don't want to get ahead of myself here, but that would be something to behold here. But I think really more the talk we want to focus on is how the team is doing at the moment. We've been playing so well outside of even Laura and really even Kazri. The rest of the team is all contributing and playing their role and making sure that we are putting in top performances. I mean, honestly, we're even starting to see the best out of players like this. Julian Lopez, he's not a guaranteed starter, but he's playing a significant role off the bench and playing in some games. And I think it's really just the cumulative factor of all of these players just playing their role really well that's leading to our team having great success. We have one of the deepest rosters in the league, and I think it's starting to show at this point. Gaitan Laura with the overhead kick straight at the goalkeeper. Couldn't quite turn that one home, but what a goal that would have been. Kazri spreading the ball around like usual, and another direct ball over the top catches out for Gaitan Laura, saved! Goalkeeper doing an amazing job so far. And we have yet to score because of it, but it's not for a lack of effort. We are throwing everything at this one. And honestly, if things continue like this, I think it's a matter of time before we find a goal. Diakite over the top, and Husni, the latest to take a crack at goal. Didn't make the connection he wanted, but it was really good movement from the 17-year-old to get inside the box and open up for the shot. And we just keep pushing on here. Corchia, the latest to put a cross into the box. It's headed away. Only as far as Lopez, though. Mustafa Nam sets it up. Wabi Kazri blasts it past the goalkeeper. And you're just not going to save shots like that. You won't see too many harder belts of the ball than that from Wabi Kazri. Absolutely put his laces through it. And at some point, you got to say, we're not messing around anymore. We've created all of our chances. We just got to score a goal. And it's the experienced attacking midfielder who gets the job done. And on we go here. Paris FC looking to extend our lead coming towards the end of the first half here. We just got to make sure we grab all 3 points. I don't care how we do it, but it'll be a lot more comfortable if we can score a second. Wabi Kazri plays in a little ball over the top. Lopez puts it in for Laura, who is denied by the goalkeeper. I don't know how he's stopping these. Excellent performance from the opposition goalkeeper. Laura had 2 or 3 fantastic chances that he just couldn't quite convert. Husni again looking for a way through here. And again, we are seen out, but that's as far as we take it. Whistle blows, 3 points for the team, and although we probably would have liked to score a few more, all that matters in the end is that we got out there and got the win. Well, guys, the hard work paid off. We've done it. We are top of the league, 17 games in, 38 points level. We have a much better goal difference than Lorient, thankfully. In the meantime, I think some well-deserved updates to player overalls are in order. So I've started with the left back Hajam, who's been really playing excellent this season. He's been starting about half of the games, so I gave him a little boost up to 66 overall. I think the way he's been playing, honestly, he's probably closer to 70, but he'll have plenty of time to grow. Ismail Garbi got a -1. He had grown up to a 67. I don't think he's done anything to warrant showing that. Not a bad player, and I think he's still got tons of potential, but he's shown no signs of improvement at all since he joined the team, which is unfortunate. I had high hopes for him, but I think it's only fair to keep him around the same rating. Ilyas Husni actually didn't get an upgrade, but I gave him a position change, which as a right winger takes him up to 70 overall, which is probably a more fair representation of the kind of performances he's been putting in as well. Like I said, it doesn't really fundamentally change his ratings, but I guess it's just so you guys know. Gaitan Laura also gets a +2 bonus. He was sitting at 72 beforehand. I gave him a small increase to his finishing, heading, as well as attacking position. I just feel like he's the kind of guy who gets on the end of a lot of moves. Hopefully he can still work on his first touch and things like that naturally. I would like to see that side of his game round out just a little bit. But for the moment, he's an absolute workhorse. He's strong, he's fast, and he scores goals at the end of moves, which is really, at the end of the day, all we need. So, taking a look at the table right now, Paris FC sitting in second place. We have a game in hand though, so I think things are looking excellent. Lorient have only drawn in their last match, so it'll extend our lead a little bit more if we can secure a win in this one. And at the moment, I don't see any reason why we can't. So without further ado, let's get back to the action. All right, here we go. Let's get straight to it, and we are looking for another win. We've been keeping up our really good form. Although it has been a little closer than we would like, I think we're still in really good shape this season. Some of these players really starting to find their form and start maturing into the kind of players that we know they can be. And honestly, we have several teenagers in this squad as well. But how about that? Gaetan Laura scores pretty much straight off the kickoff. Well, we won't focus too much on the teenagers in the team when Laura is putting out performances like this. I think he's 27, maybe just turned 28, the striker, but he's starting to find really his peak at some point. He's unreal. I mean, he's just taking on these defenses. I think if he can work out his technical side, the technical side of his game rather, a little bit, he's going to be a genuine world-class player, so hard to contain. I think at times the things that let him down are passing and first touch, but I mean, my God, does he score goals. He is on track to, I think, definitely break the record in this league. Time will tell if he can keep this up for the entirety of the season, but I don't see any reason why not if he doesn't pick up an injury or something significantly changes with the form of this team. Elias Husni just about keeps it in play there, looking to keep his head up and does really well to pick out Wabi Kazri. The little back heel, Husni plays it through Diakite. Wow, what a goal from Paris FC. We're starting to see more and more of these, the team goals where we really just work it around, stay patient in possession and create chances. It's the way I like to set up with these teams. And it doesn't always pan out the first season or two. Sometimes you just don't have the players capable of it, but we have a lot of really solid technical players on the wings and in midfield. Honestly, even through the back line as well, it's starting to pay off in goals for us. But warning signs are starting to pop up here. A goal scored just before halftime. Outstanding strike from the opposition. Not too much we could do to prevent that chance, but now game on with only a goal to separate the two teams. We see ourselves in a familiar position of only being a goal in front. Thankfully, we've been closing games out from that position, so I'm not too worried, but I would like to see us score some more here coming up towards the second half. Lopez looks to get his head up. What does he have in front of him? Campanini, the right back, looking to put a ball in, but he plays it back. Again, good movement from the team. Diakite in the box again, and again, he scores. I can't say enough good things about this kid. Czech Diakite is the star midfielder so far for Paris FC, and he's doing so at 19 years of age. Elias Husni fairly gets most of the recognition for being a wonder kid in the team, but Diakite is every bit up there with him, and although he is 2 years older, he's still incredibly young. I think it's just saying a lot that we have the two of them in the team together here. Gaetan Laura, a little give and go here, and another little back heel. Outstanding stuff. Ismail Garbi, the substitute, comes on, and unfortunately, he cannot finish off what would have been an amazing team goal there. Confidence shattered just a little bit. He has not hit the ground running here. I'm going to keep giving him chances. I mean, I'm not going to give up on a kid of such high potential just yet, but it has been disappointing if we're being honest. On the flip side, there you have it. Elias Husni getting the job done again. He moves central with Wabi Kazri subbed out, and he delivers once again. I think long-term, that's his best position in the middle of the pitch. I think with so many talents, we're going to keep starting him out on the wing for now as he continues to develop, but long-term, I think that's probably his home. And how about that, guys? 4-1. We had a couple close calls, but we blew this one out of the water. We get another win. The team is flying high, and we've maintained first place. All right, well, this is going to be a really, really important game coming up next. We take on St. Etienne, who are currently 3 points below us, and despite us going on a complete winning spree recently, it's been close. Lorient's 2 points below us, St. Etienne obviously the 3, so we are not that far in front at all. We can't let our guard down for even a minute here. But, I mean, I think on the bright side, the team is just everything I expected and then some. I mean, players like Laura especially, I know I've mentioned it before, but I didn't really see him leading the line the way he's been so far. 16 goals and 22 appearances. And actually, I think it's 18 appearances and 16 goals just looking at the league, so it's even better if you exclude preseason. 11 assists as well. I mean, this guy is probably the best player in the league by some margin right now. Wabi Kazri definitely within a shout as well. He's not scoring as much, but he's definitely playing a different position too. I mean, as silly as it looks, because Laura has scored so many more goals than everyone else, we haven't even been that reliant on him. I think the weight is ridiculous because 16 is so far ahead of the rest, but Diakite is chipped in with 9 already, Kazri 9. They're both well on target to crack double digits this season, so they're more than pulling their weight in their respective positions. S2E scored 6 and assisted 4 as well, which is really impressive considering the way we play. It's not too reliant on wingers, so I think, again, once he gets more central, I think he'll really start to shine. In the meantime, with this series, if you guys want to get more involved behind the scenes, help me shape some storylines, recruit players, see the new kits that are coming up, all of that good stuff, feel free to join the Discord. Links in the description. It's free. We'd love to have you on board. Or if you want to sign up through my Patreon, also in the description of this video, that would be much appreciated, and you get yourself a nice assistant manager or board member role along with it. And hey, if you guys have been enjoying this series, please consider subscribing to the channel so you can stay up to date, and it'll help me keep growing. So I'll be back soon with next episode, but until then, I'm Respect the Jeff, and I'll see you next time.